Alrighty, welcome back. Let's get started on our single create article action. So let's close this. And we are going to go into actions, types, and just copy paste and we'll say create article. And we might as well create a type for our get single article. We're going to take out the S because we're going to need that eventually when we create a show page. So let's close this, index. Let's import all those. So we'll say get article and create article. Okay, so this next function is going to be fairly similar. Export function, obviously the name is going to be different. It's going to be called create article. Save that. It is going to have a few differences, mainly that it's going to take some arguments, and it's going to take props, and we're going to pass props in here as well. And it's also going to be a post request, right? Because we are posting something to the database. And the props in this case is referring to the title, and it's going to have a different type. It's going to have a create article type and payload request. That's fine. Okay, cool. So let's save and close this. Let's check it out one more time. Export function, create article, takes props, takes our URL, and it returns of type create article, payload request. Okay, looks pretty good. Close it. If we have any errors, we shall come back to it. Let's go back to our new article page, and as you can see, we already imported the create article action, so now we're going to use it. And down here we mapped, we wired it up with our Redux form. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new helper function for our handle submit little helper there. So above our render method, we're going to say on. Let's add a space here. On submit, it's going to take an argument of props. And in here, we're going to use our action creator, this dot props. Whoops, dot create article. And we're going to pass in props, and we haven't done this yet, but we're going to chain on a then, so that when the promise resolves and essentially the article is created, this certain things happens, and we want to reroute to a new page, and we're going to do that with context and with React Router, but we haven't set that up yet, so for now just follow along. So we're going to say, this is going to be kind of confusing, we're going to say dot then arrow function, and in here we're going to say this dot context dot router dot push to the home route. Okay, what the heck is going on, right? Alright, so it's fairly simple. We're going to set something up now that basically allows us to navigate without having to click anything. So when an action occurs, we can navigate, right? So that's what context and router are going to allow us to do. So the following steps are things we need to do to get that set up. So let's import prop types, and this is all React stuff, not really pertaining to this video, but follow along if you want to learn how to do it. And we're going to say static context types, so an object, spelled static wrong, and we'll say router prop types dot object. Okay, cool. Now this little snippet here is just boilerplate to get this navigation to work. So you can do some research on it, on context. Context is really cool, but you can really abuse it really easily. So look into it. But basically this is going to allow us to create an article and then basically go back to the home page or to wherever we want after it's created, right? Now we have to bind the context on, whoops. What am I doing? On this callback, we're going to use it in here, but we have to bind the context on it because of the reference to this keyword, right, that we have right here. And this mouse is going all that we have right here. So we're going to use that in here. We're going to say this dot on submit dot bind this. Okay, don't think we have any syntax errors here. Let's just double check this, close the parentheses. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, so let's just see if this navigation's working. So we're going to refresh this. I keep getting that router problem. I don't like that. So we're just going to say first post, goodbye. That's the name of that's the title of our article. Create, and we're back at the home page. Okay, so cool. Our server wasn't really running, so this probably didn't get saved, but at least we know that our navigation's working. So let's go ahead and move on to actually displaying all of these posts and articles and article titles here on this index page. So after you create one, let's say la 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 la, you want it to be displayed here, right? So essentially you want to grab everything that's in the database and add it here. So again, we're going to have to have an action. Actually, we already created this action. Remember, the one that gets all of them, and it's going to display them all here. So we actually need in our view to use that action creator to sort of create a list. So it's a little complicated in words. Let's just go ahead and give it a shot in the next video. See you there.